We live yet?
Let me go to, I think we might have to go to you. Let me see. Oh, it's telling me, it's making us wait. I told you I knew it would do that. It's making us wait to 10:05. I thought I clicked it. There we go. We're on.
Okay.
Oh, it's telling me, it's making us wait. I told you I knew it would do that. Let me see. Oh, it's telling me, it's making us wait. I told you I knew it would do that. Are you there?
Yeah, you might have to turn your TV
10:05. I
down.
thought I clicked it. Yeah, hang on. There we go. We're on. Hi, guys. Come and join us while I turn my TV down. Oh, it's telling me, it's making us wait. I told you I knew it would do that. Are you there?
You might want
Can
to
you
mute
still
your
hear me?
TV.
Hi, guys. Come and join us while I turn my TV down.
Mute your TV, sis. Hi, guys. I'm Kel McFarlane, sensitive, psychic, medium, empath, paranormal investigator. I am chapter president of Crypt Keepers Haunt in West Virginia. So, can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay, cool. So, I don't know if anyone else is on. Is it just us?
It is for right now. Hopefully people will come in.
Can you still hear me?
I can.
You
We're
might
getting
have
a
to.
lot of,
Yeah,
we're
you
getting
might
feedback.
want to. Yeah, you might want to turn your TV down more.
Oh, I've got it all the way turned down.
What am I hearing now? Is it your computer?
It's the, I think where I've got us on YouTube. I got YouTube up.
Mute YouTube.
Okay. There's that better.
Yeah. So much feedback.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's showing me and you's live right now.
Good.
Join us because we want to have some fun.
Feel like the two little girls from
West Virginia and Tennessee. Anybody that comes in, this is my very good friend Kel. We met on an app called Weave years ago. And we went from friends to like sisters, and I love her to death. Kel's a very good person. She has taught me a lot through the years. She is a paranormal investigator. She's a demonologist, and she just now came out. You know, she's been holding her psychic abilities back for years. Finally, she's come out of the closet with it that she's going to claim it.
gotta own it. Yep.
Yeah. So if there's anybody that comes in would like to have a reading from her, or if you have a loved one that maybe we can get to come through on the spirit box, we want to do that for you tonight. And who knows, they might just come through.
They may. Yes. I have a lot of people that might come on.
Well, we're doing the dang thing. I got a lot that I know a lot of people don't smoke. Forgive me, I gotta smoke. Well, I don't gotta. It's a nasty habit. And you know, I know it's going to take time, but that's okay because what else do we have? You know,
Had a brain fart. Yeah, you know, if no one comes on, we'll just talk about the paranormal. And if anyone has questions, then they can. I've invited people.
Yeah.
So
They can just come in.
They can just come in, and this will be just more recognition for us both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm doing the West Virginia chapter of Crypt Keepers Haunts.
Yep, Kel's going to take Crypt Keepers to a new level. She's going to do a branch up in West Virginia. And let me tell you, West Virginia ghost hunting is something that I've been aching to do. She does some crazy stuff up there.
Yeah, I've did some clients' houses, and I've told you this story about the negative spirit that punched me in the back.
Yeah.
And then I've been to Carnifax Ferry.
She was telling me one time, guys, We was just on Weave at the time. It was an app called Weave. Stephen Moyer, isn't that his name, Kel?
Yeah.
Stephen Moyer had started Weave, and I sat back and watched Kel for 2 weeks on Weave, watching everybody, conjugating, and it was really fun. So we got on that app, and we became like sisters. I felt like I knew her all my life.
Miss it. It's nothing like TikTok. I mean, it TikTok. I love the app, but we've just had a different vibe in general, and everybody was
Yeah,
closer and not catty and not clicky.
we joked, we laughed, we had fun. It was very addictive. And that's something that Kel and I shared. Golly, until I came on about a month after we started,
Yeah,
and we was there until it ended. And let me tell you, everybody was heartbroken.
2016. There was a lot of legal reasons.
Yeah, it was so
I
sad.
found
But
out about them later, but I can't tell because it's not my story to tell.
we would sit up and tell ghost stories. Well, Kelly went to a friend's house one night and she came back and she had recorded this stuff, what she had went through, and I'm gonna let her tell you about the thing that was tormenting these kids.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell any names just because the fact that anonymity people. But I had these friends that I had a paranormal group with a long time ago. And I went over to their house because their oldest daughter kept saying that she saw a ghost that she called Snow. Now, they live in an area of West Virginia near me that's more of a Native American hunting ground. Anyway, the place is called Indian Rocks. Excuse me. And we thought it was a Native American spirit at first. You know, that can happen, which I felt those kind of energies. Sorry, my phone's going off. Anyway, like a lot of Native American energies on that. There's also a park nearby those houses. It's like its own little cul-de-sac area. There's so many houses. And their house was brand new. Okay, get this. Brand new three-piece house put in, those nice little tri houses it's not like a double wide, but it's in three parts and you put it together. Brand new. They are the first occupants on this land. Well, the first night that the kids were there, I was helping them unpack their stuff, and their oldest came, started screaming in our bedroom and saying, "Ghost, ghost!" And we thought she had locked herself in the bedroom, and come to find out, there was a spirit there. And at first, I was like, "Okay, it's just a playful spirit," because I was tired of because I helped them move all day. I helped them move their stuff in, and so I gave her a medallion and I said, "Sleep with this under your pillow." It was a Saint Benedict medal. And I said, "Keep this under your pillow and tell the spirits to leave you alone." And she's like, "Okay." So let's go on to this, where the night that I was spending a night with them when the kids were gone. And we just done an investigation because the thing wouldn't leave the kids alone. There was growling. There was all kinds of stuff coming out of the two closets that were connected. I think something followed them from their other apartment, because things can get attached to children who are sensitive or are open or were born open. I know that for a fact. So,
Yeah,
they didn't want to get rid of it because they didn't want to make it worse. And I was like, okay, but it's not gonna get any better, y'all. But I haven't been there in a long time just because I think the thing ran me off. But it's pulled my hair when I was there once before. It actually morphed and looked like something else. It looked like an alien, like a one of the ones they call the gray aliens with the big eyes and the bulbous head.
wow.
And it made my friend look really weird in this picture we took. And it even mocked my voice, saying, I want to go home. I
Oh
didn't
my
say
God.
that. I didn't say that. And we didn't catch that until we played the audio back. Um, but when things start messing with kids, like on Halloween, she called me once and I went over there and there was like a whole bunch of, because on Halloween, the veil's thin, it's All Hallows Eve, it's pagan's Christmas. Anyway, um, Samhain, however you want to call it, right? So you had all these spirits seeming like they were coming out of nowhere. And I was surrounded in the middle of her living room. It felt like I had a lot of energy coming at me at once. It was crazy because my ears were ringing like I had tendonitis. And then it felt like they were circling me, and I counted seven energies around me. I don't know what they were, but there were seven, and they taunted the family for a couple days until I told them just to get those out. Um, though I don't know if that thing's still there because I haven't been there in a while.
I remember when you went there that one night, and they was telling you some things that had been happening with the children,
Mm-hmm.
and you went to the room and you got your crucifix out, and you can hear you when you was
I had the
telling it.
rosary. I mean,
Yes,
because I'm not Catholic, but I use objects that mean a lot to spirit or the people. Any religious symbol can help. If you believe it works, it works.
right, right,
So at the time, the only thing I had on me was a rosary, and I had it tied up into my hand like a bracelet, and I had it dangling down, and it burnt my palm.
gosh, she messaged me as soon as she got back with that, and she was telling me about it, and she still the palm of her hand was beet red, and you could see
Mm.
the indention of that rosary she was holding in her hand.
Yep.
Um, and then didn't you go back and they was afraid for you to try to make it leave because they was afraid
Yeah,
that it would
because they
work.
didn't want to make it worse, which is okay. Um, I mean, it's their house. I mean, I can't make a spirit leave. They have to make that intention themselves, because if I make that intention and that spirit leaves, then that spirit will just come back in because the kid will let it in, or the parent will, unintentionally know they're doing it.
Right.
It has to be them to set that intention. I can't do it for them. I can help them, but
Um, we've been on some crazy stuff too, just like when we went to that mausoleum, me and Kimberly's boyfriend Austin. Let me tell you some of the stuff that we experienced in there. When we first went in that door, you could smell just that foul smell. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And it was really strong, man. We when we went in, we heard um like a then it went and then all of a
I remember
sudden you could
watching
see
that.
the cord come down right in front of Austin, and he saw it. He's like, "Whoa!" And then as we're going on through there, you'll see big orbs come up like that, shoot up from the floor, and they'll go straight up in the air to the ceiling. Big old balls of light. And then they were coming down around us, and at one time, I had turned my back next to where the podium was at, and I felt it was like it was playing. It was poking me. And when I turned around, it poked me different places. That freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, we did that investigation, got some really good stuff in there, and then we went to that house. The last investigation that we did, the house that we went to, this lady um had invited us to go to Mooresburg and check this house out. It was a historic home, one where soldiers had died. Um, and she said even from a kid, when they was growing up in that house, that it was haunted. They would see. you know, full-bodied apparitions walk into their room, it would pull their hair and shove them down. And she's like, "There's something very dark in that house. Nobody will go in there because it chases them out. As soon as they go in the door, something black comes down the stairs and it chases them out." I said, "Well," I said, "they just haven't had anybody come in there that's not scared of them. So
Mm-hmm.
here we go."
You have to show
And
no fear.
yeah, here we go. We went in. They was all doing their thing. I was by myself doing my thing. A time or two, I think Xavier may have run into me, but other than that, I was in the bottom part of the house by myself, walking around. Door started slamming. Um, and then when we do this the spirit box session where we turned all the lights out and I used my infrared camera, there was we couldn't see our hands before our face. It was so dark in there. I was aggravating. That's one thing that I've learned the hard way. Don't taunt spirits unless you want what they're going to give you. And I got shoved down twice. The first time you can literally see the orbs coming from my body when they shoved me down.
Mm-hmm.
The second time it really hurt because I was so far away from any walls when it shoved me. It knocked my cigarette out of my hand. It knocked my lighter out of my hand. I mean, the force was strong. They thought that was funny. I didn't think it was funny. And then after that, I was standing there talking to Kimberly, and you know how you can feel when somebody comes out like smacks your, if you got your hair up in a bun or a ponytail, you can feel that touch.
Oh
I
yeah.
felt it, and I'm spinning around. I'm like, oh my God, something just smacked my ponytail. And about that time, something retched and grabbed the back of Kimmy's hoodie and yanked her. It almost yanked her and her friend both down. And then it said, "Do you want some more?" Plain as day on the spirit box. "Do you want some more?" And you can hear it say, "Shove her." About that time when it shoved me, you can hear it say, "Shove her." And there I went. And I didn't hear it say, "Shove her," when we was standing there listening to the spirit box. I heard that when I came back and I was reviewing my footage that I had got. And I'm like, wow, we got some crazy shit on that investigation. It was, for me to
Yeah.
be going to a house, that house was very, it was full of paranormal activity.
Oh, do you want me to tell you when I went to Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia?
Yes, yes.
You know, the prison that closed in 95. And it's the same prison that Charles Manson tried to get into because his mother was there because she was in jail there too. Um,
Wow.
mhm. And I had family that was there for about a year. Anyway, in the 30s. But anyway, um, I went there. The first time I went there was a school trip, long time ago, and I was just coming into my abilities and could feel stuff. But my first paranormal investigation was I was with the group of friends I had the old paranormal team with, and I opened myself up too much because I was just experimenting on how much I could handle, and that time because I've went there like 3 times.
Wow.
um, but the first time I was there investigating, um, it was like a lot of energy came at me at once because I remember getting lost from my team and I had the spirit box and I was in a hall with all the cells up to the ceiling, and it's the same hallway where they saw the shadow man. If you ever watched
Wow.
Ghost Hunters and they talked about it, or Ghost
That's
Adventures
the
actually
one
talked.
you went to? Oh my
Mhm.
God, I would love to go there. Hey, remember you went there one night on Weave.
Yes, I did.
I remember that.
That was that was the third time I was there.
I'm like,
Um,
dang, I wish I could have went with you. I was so excited, but I was happy that you was there because I knew you was going to get some good stuff.
yeah, and it was weird because going deeper in that prison, my phone wouldn't record. But
Wow.
the first time I was there and I was in that a hall, um, I heard this spirit on the spirit box go, "Can you see me?" And me being very visually impaired and seeing stuff differently too, I was a smart ass, and I said, no, I can't. I'm blind. The spirit came back in the spirit box and was smart ass.
Oh, wow.
And
I had one tell me that I was rude because I said something sarcastic. I can't remember what it was, and it said, "You're rude." I said, "If
and
I sound rude, I'm sorry."
I remember being in that place when I was on Weave with another investigated friend that was a part of West Virginia Paranormal back in the day.
Zach is here.
And that's
Bring Zach
when,
to the truck. You
huh?
ready? I'm gonna bring Zach into the stream.
Oh, okay, bring Zach. Zach, are you there?
Hey, hey,
Hello.
hey.
Hey,
Hi.
hi.
How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm
Good. I'm
fine. How
glad you
are
got
you
my
doing?
message. We were talking about paranormal stuff, like old times on Weave.
Right on.
Yeah. Well, I miss those days.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
Zach, I
Weave
like
was
to hear.
amazing, wasn't it?
How have you been doing?
Huh?
How have you been doing?
I've been surviving. You know how it is.
Yeah, with the
I'm
COVID.
just you so much. Me and Kel was just talking about our good times on Weave.
And how I went to the West Virginia I went to like the West Virginia Moundsville prison when
Oh,
Weave.
that's cool. Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, well, and I got like touched in like maximum security part of the prison, and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I would love to have been there and done that. That sounded so. I remember when you did it. I'm like, dang it! I wish I could be there with her.
It's like I could show like the front part where the lights are on, but the deeper I went into the prison, I didn't have no cell service.
Yeah, I know. When I went to Russian Mountain Prison to investigate that prison, I mean, you couldn't use your spirit box or anything because the walls were so thick in there. It wouldn't let no. You couldn't get nothing to come back. Now my K2 meter worked fine, but the spirit box, you couldn't
Yeah,
get
that's where it
anything
uses
from it.
radio
Now
frequencies
outside
as
you
well.
could. We got spirits coming through.
Oh, Zach, we were also talking how I came out of the spirit medium closet and basically have told people that I'm a psychic medium.
Spirit medium closet.
Yeah, that was
Kelly
fun.
always something funny, isn't she?
The way I say
Like I
things.
finally did it. I told her, I
I
said,
did it.
look,
I burnt that
I
closet
said,
too.
don't go back from something that you are. I said, let it be free because it was just holding her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
But she
telling my
finally
dad
did.
recently that I was a spirit medium. He's like, well, in that case, ask your great grandma where she hid the money. I did. She said there is no money.
Oh, wow.
She's like, what money are you talking about,
Hey,
crazy?
What about your mom?
my mom had an aunt named Aunt Jolly.
Mm-hmm.
My mom had an aunt, and her name was Aunt Jolly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Jolly's son got killed in World War I, and she said that Aunt Jolly told her because when Aunt Jolly's son died, that she got a lot of money from his death, and she told mom that it was blood money. She
Yeah.
didn't want it. Well, she had a cement pond built in the back of her yard, and she was back there cleaning that little cement pond out and was tapping her cane on the floor of that cement pond. And she said, they can look all over. She said, but they'll never find Aunt Jolly's money. She said, my son died for that. And she said, they're not going to spend it. Honey, when Aunt Jolly died, they was in there ripping the walls out,
It
trying
was
to
in the
find that
cement
money.
Wow.
pond.
It was in the cement pond and probably still is to this day. I'm like,
Wow, that's
Mom,
crazy.
should we go pick that money up? She said no. She said Aunt Jolly didn't want them spending that money. She said it's blood money. And nobody never touched it.
I bet it would be worth something though, because my great grandma gave me like $5 of old hay pennies.
Wow.
Oh, the wheat
And
pennies?
yeah, wheat penny, hay penny.
Hey,
Sorry.
have you guys heard of that the Randonautica app? Have any of you all watched any videos on TikTok about Randonautica?
No.
No. Yeah.
Well, it's you ever heard of geocaching?
Yeah, I've
Uh-huh.
done geocaching.
Okay, Randonautica is the paranormal version of geocaching,
I need to do
but
that then.
your intent, you got to think up what you want to find, whether it be something haunted, treasures. People are finding dead bodies because they was thinking of death. Death was their intent. It's got real crazy. We had went on our first Randonautica because I thought, man, this is a bunch of crap, you know.
Yeah.
So we put in the location and we followed it. Well, it took us to an old graveyard about a mile from where my brother lived, and we went at night. Well, we got out and we're looking at the little pen, you know, on the phone, and we're walking around. And my brother's like, "You're already here. You're already videoing. Might as well do, do a Randonautica video." I'm like, "Okay, well, we will." Well, we started doing it, and I'm walking around looking. I'm like, "I don't see anything." He said, "What was your intent?" I said, "Well, it was money." Well, we're walking around, and my brother happens to look down. He said, "What in the hell is that?" And it was a wallet laying there with a funny symbol on the front of it,
Oh,
and it looked
wow.
like somebody had thrown blood around it. And I said, "Somebody's playing games." I said, "I'm afraid to even touch that wallet." So he went and got a stick, and we turned it over. There wasn't nothing even in it. It was just an empty wallet. I said,
Yeah.
"Well, what the hell is an empty wallet going to do to help me? It's empty." But the scary thing is that it had blood on it. Now, how did somebody know that we was going to go out there looking for something like that? That's the strange part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's a
spirit
trip.
world knows crazy
And then for
things.
that little girl that was first doing that, to find that body in that suitcase,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was nuts.
I
That
was,
was messed up.
yeah, I don't. I'd probably pass out. I mean, I love paranormal and I love doing it, but for us going out and finding a body laying there, no, I couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
I've got a very weak stomach.
Yeah. Zach, I even this is a shameless plug, but I'm going to put it on here. I actually sell It Works products. Have you heard of them, Zach?
Yeah, just from you.
Um, yeah.
I
Uh,
hadn't heard of them until she told me about them.
yeah, it's Kel McFarlane at itworks.com. Shameless plug, but anyway. It has like skinny brew coffee and it helps you lose weight and stuff because it has a lot of caffeine in it. Like much as a Bang energy drink, but it's healthier.
Right on.
And it's got like other kinds of health products and super greens and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing lately, other than coming out of the spiritual closet.
You need a shirt that says
There you
that.
go.
What, coming out of the
Oh,
spiritual closet?
really?
Yeah, coming
You
out of the
gonna make
spiritual
it, Zach?
closet.
That's cool.
I came out of the I'm out of the spiritual closet.
Yeah, that would make a good shirt.
Just it would. And I'm talking about how that skinny coffee's better, and I'm here drinking a Bang energy drink.
Hey, I can't say anything. I'm drinking Coke, and I don't hardly ever drink soft drinks.
Hey,
It's
this has
usually
300
coffee.
300 grams of caffeine.
Wow.
Your soda only has like 53.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, with my
Oh, I don't know. One
ADHD,
can's
caffeine
140
makes me
calories.
sleepy.
Really?
Zach, I've had so many people ask me, how do you sit and drink coffee all day and go to sleep at night? It don't bother me
It doesn't
because
bother me either.
I'm so used to it. It doesn't, I mean, it don't even give me a boost anymore.
It
I'm trying
gives
to
me
find
a
stronger
boost,
coffee. It
but
don't me.
it has to be like 300 milligrams of caffeine before it does anything.
I've been putting
Yeah.
those,
Well, like I can't drink espresso like at Starbucks or anything because I get really jittery.
Oh,
Oh,
do you know
wow.
my area finally got a Starbucks during the pandemic?
Wow, that's a crazy time to get in a new Starbucks.
Like they were building the place before, the pandemic hit, and then they kept building it as the pandemic was going on. And then they finally opened like November 1st.
Wow.
Wow.
Have you guys been keeping up with the Joe Exotic thing that's going on? Anybody? Have you heard of Joe Exotic, the
Yeah,
Tiger
but
King?
but
There's
I
new stuff
think,
going on.
well, he tried to get
Well,
out a free jail card from Trump before he left
Yeah,
office, and Trump
but
didn't give it to him.
Trump
yeah,
Trump Trump decided to pardon Little Wayne instead of the Tiger King.
yeah. And I'm like, really? I mean, I've really been keeping up with that
And I'm
case
like,
because when
what
I
the
was
hell did
watching
Lil Wayne do that
What?
he needed to get a pardon?
well,
Exactly.
didn't he hire somebody to kill somebody? Wasn't that what it was? The same thing that they say Joe Exotic's in there for, but
Well,
they were
because he
thinking,
was trying to kill Miss Kitty Cat or
oh
whatever her
yeah,
name.
you know what? That old witch, she's lucky somebody ain't done took her hind end out seriously.
She killed her
Um,
husband, fed him to the tiger.
yeah, and she knows she did. That's the messed up thing.
I know
But
she
can they
did.
prove it? That's the thing. Can they prove it? And I think one day
Right.
they will. But as far as Joe Exotic goes, I've been keeping up with that case, and as soon as I watched that movie, I was sucked in. And I'm like, man, this guy, he goes and gets these homeless people, gives them a home, gives them a job. They're all now bashing him and talking crap about him. The Jeff Lowe guy that he thought was his, very best friend, he just came there to steal the zoo from him. And now I was just reading today that Jeff Lowe ended up losing his license to be able to have any
Yeah.
kind of animal because 3 of the baby laggers that he had, he let them starve to death
Yeah,
without
You
getting
want
a
to know
they
something
mistreated all the
interesting?
animals.
Zach Bagans went to that zoo and
little what's it called, Winniewood.
investigated it, and it come up with some haunted crap. Like they asked if Carol Baskins buried her husband on the property.
Wow.
Hey, that guy Omar Gosh that I watched, they went on her property right there where the gate's at,
Mm-hmm.
and they was doing spirit box session and asking was Dawn there, and they was a spirit coming there talking crazy stuff, saying, "Get her, she killed me." And I'm like, oh my God. Well, she found out that Omar was on her property. She has the law to remove him. And then she's sending him messages telling him, if you come back on my property again, I'll take everything you own too. And I'm like, oh my God. These people are so scared to say anything to her or about her.
Oh, how about
Wow.
Zach? Have you heard about the Chris Watts case?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Did
I
you
don't
watch the
remember. Probably not.
documentary on Netflix?
I don't think so.
This guy didn't want to be with his wife, and he had 2 beautiful children and one on the way. So he
Oh
decided,
yeah, I saw that one where she came home like at 3 a.m, and all of a sudden it's
Yeah.
like, "Where's my wife? Where's my wife?"
Do you know that has a lot of
Yeah, I saw that.
paranormal activity in that?
oh yeah, lots.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you can hear her, like her in the background going, "Chris, this is our home."
Mm-hmm.
And like when the
The
police were
dog
looking
turned
for
up
the
on the kid.
when the police were looking for the kids, Zach, like they thought a toy like giggled in the closet when they had the dogs, and
Uh-huh.
they couldn't find anything. So I think it was one of the little girl spirits.
Oh
I do
wow.
too. I've listened to Bella's laugh and I've listened to Cece's laugh. I believe it was Cece laughing.
Yeah, the little.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Did you
I like I said, Kel, I've got a lot. I picked up a lot of voices through that movie. Um,
Mhm.
even when they was down in the basement, when the cop was looking at all that stuff in those bins, you can hear her whisper, and she said, "Look at all this stuff. What are they going to do with this stuff?"
Yeah.
And
Oh wow.
wow.
Like
I had to watch it
I
again. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah.
like
Watch it
you have to
and
like
listen,
watch it
pay attention.
and watch it with headphones if you have them.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the headphones is what makes you able to hear those EVPs coming
Like,
through.
do you know when I first watched it and when the police was knocking on the door and you could kind of see through the door, like in the window, I felt like there was a spirit, like she was there watching them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the feeling I
Oh
got.
wow.
I mean, and then when they opened the door and he was in there like running his mouth, you could hear her go, Chris, Chris.
Yeah, that story was so heartbreaking. I can't understand how somebody could be
There's
so
a
evil.
there's a girl here right now, a woman that went missing, some Filipino woman from Chula Vista, and first thing my wife and I said is, "Oh, the husband did it," just
Oh
because we
wow.
saw that show,
Right.
Well, it's and this is not a psychic thing, but normally they do look at the husband or the boyfriend
Yeah,
girlfriend first
yeah. She
before
just
they
kind of just
usually
went
like.
missing, and I was like, "Oh, interesting." But yeah, and then did you hear the Lizzie Borden house is up for sale now?
No.
I heard that
Yeah, I think
Leanne
Zach
was.
Baggins should buy that. That would be cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Zach
Because
should.
they want to
I
sell it to someone that will keep it as a bed and breakfast as it is now.
Yeah, it's just getting too much for Leanne to do. I think I don't know. She's probably watching. I haven't talked to her for ages, but this is just me wondering because I heard that and I haven't talked to
Hmm.
Leanne. I mean, I went to Lizzie Borden house, but
Yeah, I remember
um,
you talking about it when you went. That's why I brought it up, because it
but I
reminded me.
haven't talked to Leanne for so long, and I've always wondered. Like I heard about that, and
Hi,
I'm like,
Sherry.
huh?
Sherry C just came in. Sherry, in just a few minutes, we're going to see if we can get some more in here, but we will be doing the spirit box, and Kel's going to do readings also. If
Yeah,
you would
we're
like
just
to
shooting the
know.
crap with Zach. We haven't talked to Zach in forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
this
only
is
reason
a
my
real good
camera's
thing.
not on is because you'd just be seeing the top of my ceiling, because I'm sitting here trying
Yeah, it's
to
all right.
get work done at the same time.
But Leanne, or the people who own the Lizzie Borden house, because there's two of them, it's Leanne and someone else.
Hello, Feather.
They bought the White House on the hill and was doing a bed and breakfast with it too. But I guess with the pandemic, everything just flew up the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's
happened,
hard to
but
keep people whenever you can't, get it going.
but I do know that kindred spirits, Amy Bruley and Adam, her friend. Is it sad? I don't remember his name. Anyway, kindred spirits. They used to be on Ghost Hunters. Anyway, they went into the house, the White House on the hill that Lizzie died in, and Lizzie's there, and she does not like all the axe stuff there because they put all that stuff in the house too. And there is if you ever watch the episode of Kindred Spirits, you can hear a woman go, she goes by Elizabeth because she wanted to try to
Elizabeth?
change her identity. Elizabeth.
I don't think I'd want to change my name to Butt, but anyway.
But that's how she said it. She didn't want to go by Lizzie. She was
Just call me Ass.
just call me Liz or something. But anyway, she, like, when they started bringing up the murders, she shut up. It's like the spirit didn't want anything to do with it. And there was like one thing where she said, I'm done. It's old. So
Yeah, someone else said that long as you didn't bring the murders up, that she would carry on a conversation with you. But as soon as you brought that up, she would shut down.
yeah. She said, like, there's one thing that she said, it was in the past. I wish people would quit bringing it up because I didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, and if you don't, if someone really did do it, that's not you, and that's what you're known for, you're not going to want to be.
To be honest, I don't think
get over
she
that.
did it, even though she back then they weren't, this wasn't diagnosed, but she was always hot and cold, is what her family would say. She was bipolar. And they didn't diagnose that until like 60s, but she died in like 1926.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they said she was hot and cold. Like 1 minute she could be sweet as apple pie, and the next minute you didn't want to mess with her.
Hey, Kale.
Hmm.
Let's we've got Sherry in here, and she wants to see if we can get a loved one to come through with her tonight. Guys, I am going to say a prayer.
Zach, you want to join us? Do you want to contact your mama?
And
Sure,
see
we
if we
can
can.
see what she's got going on
Yeah, we'll do
from her
that
Okay,
too.
grandma.
Father, I ask you to comfort everybody that's watching this video. Let their loved ones come through. Any spirits that do come through, when this spirit session is over, you do have to leave my home. You cannot stay here.
Mote it be.
Okay,
Let it
guys.
happen. Okay. Also got my pendulum that will answer questions too.
Wow. That's loud.
Mm-hmm.
Any spirits that like to come through and communicate with us, we've got some people in the crowd. Sherry, call out to your loved one and let's see if we can't get them to come through.
Does Sherry have an older woman that's passed?
Somebody saying hello. Who is speaking with us right now? Thank you, Sherry.
What'd she say?
What's her name?
Don't tell me yet. Did she have? Okay, was she shorter lady? Wear glasses. Sometimes wear glasses. Like I'm seeing her, with like I wouldn't call it short hair, but
Okay, we'll get you next.
it's like an old style that they'd have like in the 40s, but she still wore it kind of in. Yay, nay.
She said yes, the most recent.
Okay. Did she have heart issues?
Someone just came through and said, "Do you want me?" Yes, we do. Who are we speaking with right now? You have a loved one here named Sherry. Is this Sherry's family? Sherry's waiting to hear from you. Do you have anything you'd like to say to her?
Did Sherry get back to me? Because I can't read the comments. I'm blind as a bat when it comes to that.
She said yes, the most recent was January.
Okay. And I asked if she had heart issues. Did
Like
she have
it's me.
anything with her chest, upper respiratory?
Sherry, did she have anything to do with her chest or her upper respiratory?
I'm just seeing if I got the right person.
Or Southern Belle? It's one for one of the two of you, or maybe even Zach. I don't know.
I know what Zach's mom looks like. I've seen a picture.
Sherry.
What'd you say?
Not Sherry. How about you, Southern Belle? Is anybody in your family that's passed had upper respiratory or chest before they passed? No. To heart, lung, or cancer. Is the family of Sherry here right now? Can you come through and speak to her, please? Somebody just said something. Can you repeat that, please?
I'm getting a connection to Sherry. This might be someone else who's
Southern Belle
passed
said
on.
yes, her sister, Cal.
Okay. Because I'm getting multiple spirits right now at me, so it's getting all cluttered. The first person that's coming through, like I said, has like short hair, old school hair looking dude.
Said go away. It's important. What's important? Your family is here. Is this for Sherry or Southern Belle?
Or Zach.
Where's Zach? Let's back all the spirits down right now. Let's do one at a time. Sherry,
calm down.
family, are you here with us? Sherry would like to hear from you. She promised me.
Did someone's loved one that was a female have like a raspy voice? I wouldn't say a smoker one, but she had like kind of a
She said it must be Belle's sister. Sherry did.
Because I'm getting someone that's coming through that just keeps talking about her necklace.
Does that sound like any of you guys? Zach, Southern Belle, Sherry? Who is talking with us right now? Can you give us your name, please? Well, I know it's me, but what's your name?
There's a few.
Hey, Michael. Did you say Michael? She said Southern Belle says the necklace she gave me. Kayla, is your chat not popping up for you on your end?
I can't. No, that's why I'm asking you to read it to me because
Okay.
I can't.
Southern Belle says the necklace that you mentioned, necklace she gave my mom. She gave me a necklace, a quartz crystal necklace.
Yeah, because I was holding my moonstone thing, and I felt like a really strong connection because she kept going. It was like she kept going necklace and then pointing at this. She says that it's a good healing energy that she's just wondering.
My friend Karen has a raspy voice and was a smoker.
That's my who I'm getting. Like I'm getting so many coming at me because I opened myself fully. I mean, it's just all walls down.
Is Sherry's friend here?
Yeah. Did I just hear that in the spirit box, or was it just my head?
She did. No, okay, she said just now said she's here. Okay. What do you have to say?
Or you just want her to know that you're all right?
Sherry's wearing your necklace now. Are you the friend? Come on, are you guys not going to talk? Well, Kel, we'll get you to do the, she passed January 1st. I'm so sorry for your loss, Sherry.
I am. I hope it wasn't COVID. Because I was getting upper respiratory issues from somebody.
You know, I don't know if it does the same thing for you, but a lot of times I can catch it when it comes through.
Yeah.
And it is mumbled like that. When I go back and I watch the video, I can hear it so clear.
Because you have your headphones in. Do you know what would help you? Using headphones with that sometimes.
Yeah, I do. Well, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna do we're gonna go up here to this mausoleum, and we're gonna do the blindfold challenge. I'm kind of scared
like they do on Kidnap Spirits. Oh, that's so fun.
I've seen a lot of them do it. I'm like, dang, do I really want to open myself up to that? But I believe I do. I want to try it. And then find out, you know, after everything's over, what was said. That's the fascinating thing, is finding out what was said after. Because I'm not going to be able to hear what questions they're going to be asking.
Zach, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Oh, are you close to your grandma?
Very.
Did she ever make you cookies? I mean, that's a stupid question. She's a grandma, but
every once in a while, not too often.
I'm just seeing like someone making cookies and like
Wow. I'm so sorry, Sherry. That's so sad.
What'd she say?
She said she got cancer with stage 4 just before Christmas, but passed from sudden other emergency. That is so sad.
Well, that's probably what I was getting with the hard breathing.
Yeah. Any spirits, you're welcome to come in my home and talk to your loved ones, but you got to go once the session is over. So feel free to come in and talk. They're here waiting for you. Somebody's whispering.
Yeah, well, they're kind of wanting to talk, but kind of not.
Sherry's family here. It's Southern Bell's family here. It's Zach's family here. Something just said, hi, Zach.
Was it a female?
Oh, wow. Southern Belle says, my grandmother made peanut butter cookies all the time.
Well,
she also had COPD.
Coughed a lot. Raspy, yeah.
Did you hear me, sis?
Mm-hmm. I'm getting like 3 female spirits like in a row. They're all older. That's why I was asking Zach too. Because I know what his mom looks like, but I don't know what his grandma looks like.
My mom died when she was 65, 2018.
Yeah. I'm just getting
my daddy passed when he was 65.
And like you got that voice coming through that said, hi, Zach. And that's why I was asking you, was it an older female?
Right. Yeah. It sounded like an older female. Okay, spirits. We're going to let Kel use her pendulum. You're welcome, it said. Okay, thank you. Who's speaking with us right now? You don't want me to turn this off? You've got family here waiting to hear. Don't leave me, it said. What is your name? Okay, spirits. Kel's going to use her pendulum, and let's see if you guys can communicate through that better. We'll turn this back on in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm going to say goodbye.
In the session. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Say goodbye.
I just heard a man's voice.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, a lot of times when I'm at the cemetery and it's, you're just getting that white noise coming through there, I'll say, okay, spirits, if you're not going to talk, I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to move on to somewhere else. Honey, it works every time. They'll start chatting up a storm.
Yeah. It's like, oh, crap.
No, she's not going to leave and we're not going to be able to say anything. That's why I do this. I want to give them a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, Kel, you've known me for quite a few years now. And the stuff that I went through with death in my family, with me losing my brother, and for him to tell me that, yes, his friend murdered him.
Mm-hmm. And I even told you that.
Yeah, that knocked me off my socks. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew it in my gut. I felt it.
I've known you as long as I've known Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show you guys how the pendulum works. Zach, have you ever seen a pendulum?
Yeah, they're cool.
This is like I told Rhoda, this one is a rainbow moonstone. And this is the crystal that has resonated with me. So everybody's different.
Kel, see if you can get, let's try with Sherry again and then work your way down the line. Okay. See if somebody in Sherry's family's here, then try Southern Belle.
Now I'm going to show you how this works because I'm going to show you guys yes and no. I'm going to ask my spirit guides to show me yes. Okay. Show me yes. Round circle.
Okay.
I'm not even, see, I'm putting it down low so you can see it again. Can you see my top of my hand? Show me yes.
It's going in a circle again.
Mm-hmm. So that shows you I'm not doing it.
Right. Does it give you different yeses when you use yours? Because I know when I use my dowsing rods, sometimes I get different ways that it wants to answer yes and no.
If it's really strong, and especially if my energy, it goes really fast because it's connected to me. So
Right.
sometimes if it's unsure, it'll be a slow turn for yes, and it's watch. Here's no. Excuse me. Stupid energy drink gave me the burps. Sorry about it. Okay. Show me no, please. Back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
So yes was a circle and no's back and forth.
Yes. See, I
Okay.
could use like a pendulum board with the alphabet on it, kind of like the Ouija board. I mean, even a Ouija board isn't bad unless you use it right. They're all instruments. You just have to know how to use them. All right. But I didn't make a board.
I won't touch a board with a 50-foot pole. No, I'm not after watching The Exorcist. No.
Okay. Now, I can ask yes or no questions. So I'm going to ask if Sherry's loved one is here. Okay. Sherry's loved one here. Yes.
Yes.
That was a strong yes.
Yeah, it was. And wow, it's going out there too. So, Sherry, your loved one is here.
Yeah. Is there anything she wants to ask with yes or no?
Sherry, is there anything that you want to ask with the pendulum?
They might know how to use it better if you ask a direct question.
Give her a minute. She's probably typing something.
Okay. Sorry if you hear my pug snoring in the background, y'all.
Guys, this is the second live stream that I've did. And I'm usually, doing, like I told Carol earlier today, I usually do, I go out and I do my investigations, me and my daughter and her boyfriend and my grandson. She said, thank you. Sherry, is there anything that you want to ask, a yes or no question before we move on to Southern Belle or Zach? But like I was saying, is Daryl here?
Is Daryl here? Okay.
Or is Daryl there? Is Daryl there?
Is Daryl with us?
Yeah, that's a strong yes too.
Yes. He's with her.
So Sherry, listen, talk to him. Talk to your loved ones. I'm gonna tell you, they're there.
I'm going to tell you this, like, you really don't need me or even Rhoda. You just speak out loud to your loved ones, and you'll think you're like crazy, but they can hear you. Even though you can't hear what they're saying back to you, they'll give you a sign. Like sometimes it could be butterflies, sometimes it could be like little ladybugs, sometimes it's like you'll find a dime in their favorite place where they like to sit, or you'll find a dime laying on the counter and you don't know where it came from,
or your keys will go missing and you'll find them in strange places. That's been going on with us.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I told Kel, I've been really depressed and feeling like crap for the last month. And I haven't.
Everybody has.
When you're like that, you're putting yourself at risk for bringing something bad back with you because you're vulnerable. So when I'm feeling like this, I'm not going to put myself at that risk. I mean, we've got several places lined up, and hopefully by this weekend, we're hoping to go out and do some more investigations. But I told Kel, instead of sitting around, I could start doing my live streams and start getting to know some people. I want to get to know all of you and have you come in my streams and even join the panel. But it's
Yeah,
just
like
something.
Zach's joining our panel.
Yeah, and Zach is a good friend of ours from an app that we was on called Weave, and from that app, we all became like family.
Yeah, Zach's
Like a
my
big
brother
party.
from another mother.
Yeah.
Crazy mother.
Okay, I do all the time. So
Did you hear Zach? He laughed out.
Yeah, Sherry, that's a good thing to do. She said that she feels them all the time when she meditates
Yes.
with crystal.
Meditation with crystals. And I will tell you, one that might help her contact them better is rose quartz. Is good for, like, because it's a quartz crystal like the clear ones, which would ground you. And
Is it that? Well, not what that is, a rose quartz. Well, if I can get it in the camera, can you
it's a
see it?
smoky quartz. It's a smoky quartz.
I gotta find my great big one. I've got it somewhere around here.
Here is a rose quartz.
You're welcome, sweetheart. That's pretty cool. I love that. Southern Belle. Is there anybody that you want to talk to with a yes or no question?
Yeah, while she's typing her question,
Sherry has them stones also. She says she has a pink rose quartz.
Yeah, use a pink rose quartz. Hold it in your hand while you're meditating, and it'll help you connect better. I can't even think of the other one's name. It's a blue. Any blue stones will help make you peaceful as too, and you can hold that with them. Any stone that's
like
blue.
Topaz.
Okay.
Thank you, Zach. Topaz will work.
Kel.
Hmm?
Hang on one second, Zach. We'll get yours. He wants to know, is Belle or Cindy there?
Burl.
I'm going to ask for Cindy.
Burl or Cindy?
Now, which one again? I couldn't hear you.
Burl or Cindy?
Burl? I just want to know if I'm saying that. Earl?
Yeah, Burl.
Burl.
Okay. Is Burl or Cindy with us? I'm going to ask for one first, so the pendulum don't get all messed up.
Yeah.
Cindy with us?
We'll get you next, Southern Belle.
Yes. Is there anything you want to ask Cindy? And is Burl here? No.
Okay, we got one out of the two here.
Okay.
Southern Belle wants to know.
I bet you that's who said hi, Zach, is my mom.
Probably.
Because she
I have
said
a
that
feeling
all
it
the
is your mom,
time.
Zach.
Every time I'd be anywhere, she'd always say, "Hi, Zach."
Wow.
Yeah, I think it is your mom, to be honest, because she keeps. Was your mom like this, Zach?
Oh, yes, she yappy. Yes.
That's what she's doing now.
I have her. She's here at the house.
And is she impatient?
She can be, definitely.
She's being very impatient with me, and I keep telling her to hold on a minute. And even if you notice, even Rhoda's telling, like, we'll get to you, Zach. It's like she knows that she has.
Yeah, you can feel that nudging. You're right, Kel. It's like someone, my little mother, I love my mother with all my heart. She's my angel. But she's like that. She's very impatient. Southern Belle wants to know.
Mm-hmm.
She said, just ask my sister if her and Dad are together.
Okay, now I want to say that again, Rhoda, and I'm going to let go of the pendulum.
Southern Belle's sister, she wants to know if you and her dad are together. Wow, that's a strong yes.
Yes, they are. Look at that. They are actually like in the same heaven
Wow, look how far that's going out.
And watch when I say that. They're in the same heaven.
Wow.
Ooh. Whoa.
Wow, that was strong.
I almost flew out of my
that
hand.
Was not knocked it out of the park, Belle.
Zach, you want to ask your mother something before she drives me crazy?
Kimmy's boyfriend's here, and when I introduced him to the Dowsing Rods,
Mm-hmm.
it was like they just loved him. Because, I've let a lot of people play with them, and they wouldn't do anything. They would just sit there. As soon as they
When
got
my
them in
energy's so strong, they come back and hit me. I can't use them. Zach, do you want to ask your mom?
Am I saying that right? Type that in the chat if I'm saying your name right. Elisa Weisenburn. She wants to know when and if Jordan will contact me. Are you getting anything, Kel? Before you use that pendulum, see if you can read her.
Breathe, honey. Just take a couple deep breaths for me, just so I can connect with your energy. Okay. He's probably already tried to get in contact with you, but you've missed the signs. Like, are you noticing anything that's kind of like even a radio, like a song come on, or I see something messing with electronics. Did that person mess with electronics?
I also know what will happen for our relationship. She's wanting to know if Jordan's going to will he get in contact with her, and what will happen for their relationship.
I'm trying to weed through everybody. I'm just getting that he's already tried to contact her. That's what I'm getting. I mean, I can hit and miss sometimes, but I just feel strongly that he's been trying. I just feel a block, like there's a block between it. Like,
she said, this is my partner. He is alive. Yes, I do get signs through music from spirit.
Yeah, see, like, not everything comes out. It's like whatever the spirit wants me to say. Because I'm just feeling like hesitation is your partner. I think he's hesitating on something.
He might have cold feet.
Instead of him reaching out to you, is there any way that you can reach out to him? I would suggest doing that, because maybe he's waiting on you.
Yeah. He may be one of those shy people that don't know how to show his emotion and his feelings. So you may just have to go after him.
I would. Because I feel like hesitation on his part, like he doesn't know how to start something, or he doesn't know how to bring anything up.
Right.
So you might have to. It just took, like, because with people, when I sense their energy, it's like other things like to come through with it, and it confuses the crap out of me sometimes when I'm reading a whole bunch of people. And Zach's mom won't leave me alone.
So what all is she trying to say? What does she want to say that she's so yappy about?
You said you have her there in the house, right?
Yeah, she's here at the house.
Okay. How much of her stuff did you get rid of?
Oh, she's asking that, huh?
Yeah.
I still honestly, I haven't even gone through hardly any of it. It's still sitting in the garage.
She's like, now tell him not to get rid of da-da-da-da-da-da. She's like putting a list in front of me, and I can't tell what's on the list. Was there
Elisa
any?
says, Elisa says, I had to walk away after all the lies and deceit. Honey, let me tell you, if that's going on,
That's not worth it.
you
Um,
no, it's not. Don't let somebody
that's why
hurt
I'm
you.
getting the
Keep
hesitation
doing it.
probably because
Yeah,
toxic relationships can put up a barrier and sometimes they're just not worth it.
yeah.
Honey, I think somebody is going to come into your future that has to do with music and that likes to spend time with a person. I'm getting like a lot of movies, music. This person's very passionate over things.
Yeah, that's sad.
And I'm sorry that you went through someone that told you so many lies. I mean, honey, that's not worth it.
And you're better for, yourself. Don't let someone be in your life that's going to bring you down or make you feel less. Music is my life. I sing. Oh wow.
So yeah,
Then
you'll
maybe that's
find
what Kelly's picking up on. That you're going to meet somebody that's in to
into
the
the
same
same.
things that you are.
Yeah. Hey Zach, did your mom
Uh-huh.
have any like porcelain or any like dishes that she really liked? Like, I'm seeing like.
Well, we
It's
had
like
all these dishes because basically when my grandmother passed away, my mom didn't want to do anything with the house or anything or clean it out, and I had to move out. I had to come back home to California. So when I
mm-hmm.
moved,
Hang on, honey, I'll ask her.
the house was
Yeah.
completely cleaned out, and so whenever my mom passed away, I basically have everything from my entire family history in my house right now in the garage.
Well, your mom's adamant. Don't get rid of your mother, your grandmother's china or something to do with her
Oh
dishes.
my God, that is insane, Kel. So want me to tell you something?
What?
Okay, so there's these dishes. I'm see if she's agreeing with this. Okay, there's these
Okay.
dishes that were my great grandmother's.
Maybe so,
They have
Sherry.
they have fruit
Mm-hmm.
painted on them, like different fruits. And she put a note inside of one of the bowls or plates, I forget what it was, and it says, "These were your great grandmother's dishes. Don't get rid of them."
Yeah.
Wow, that
Yeah.
is crazy, Kel.
Don't get
Um,
rid of them.
Kel,
She's like adamant.
Yeah, she.
Elisa.
That's the only thing that I've found so far from my mom with a note to me
Wow,
so
that's
far.
crazy.
Yeah. Don't get rid of them. She's like, don't let him get rid of those.
Kel,
Hmm?
Elisa wants to know, can you tell me how he truly feels about me under all the crud?
Um, I feel that his energy is very narcissistic and he cared more about himself than he did anybody else.
She also wants to know, anything about her career path?
Um, well, here's how I feel about the future things. Like, I can tell you one thing and it could manipulate another path. So, I want to give you a couple of options because nothing's really set in stone because you can change your mind. Um, but I do see something in music coming your way. I don't know if that's where you're going to meet this other person. Um, but I see something with music. I don't know if it's being like a teacher of some sort or wanting to pursue a career in music. But it's something. Does she live like in a big capital of? I'm not gonna say Nashville, but does she live like in a city that likes very musical
Really?
or near one?
I do.
I know you do. I was,
Yeah. Dang it. My tongue got tied. We will use the spirit box in a minute, Elisa, and we'll do that.
I just want to know because like the music thing, like entertainment wise is coming up, like something in entertainment.
She'd not be typing. While she's typing out her question or her answer, I'll be right back.
Okay. I told you, Zach, I'm getting better at this.
Yeah, that kind of blew me away. I was like,
She made the hair stand on my head, Zach, with the thing she told me.
And your dog that passed away is still in your house, by the way, hasn't left.
oh, Padme.
Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah, her ashes are with my mom's.
But what I'm saying is her spirit is still there.
Oh yeah, I don't
Like,
doubt it at all. Like
you
sometimes I'll
might hear
see.
other noises, or your other doggies looking up at something or chasing something that's not there.
Oh,
Yeah, she knows that she was very, very, very missed. It was one of the roughest
Oh
things that
yeah,
we'd ever gone through.
Rudy's missed. I mean,
she lives in
his spirit's still
upstate
around.
New York, Kel.
Huh?
She lives in upstate New York.
Okay.
And Southern Belle, can you maybe tell me what my grandmother was trying to tell my mom before she passed?
That's a good question, Isabel.
That she sees her husband, or it was a male figure that was going to cross her over, and that she was okay.
Oh, wow.
That she wasn't afraid to go.
My friend, Kel, I don't know whether I told you or not, but my sister-in-law's sister died about 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She had went to the hospital with COVID, right?
Yeah.
She got through that, and she came home, got sick again. Well, they took her back to the hospital, and you'd think with her having COVID, they would have done X-rays, whatever they do with your lungs, right?
Did she
Well,
have pneumonia?
who? The woman I'm telling you about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was worse than that. They went in and they're like, oh my God, your lungs is eat up with cancer. They gave her less than a month to live. That woman didn't make it 2 weeks.
I'm going to tell you something. And this was on the news. There was this guy who had COVID, and he was in stage 4 pancreas, like the cancer of the bowels or
Thank
whatever.
you, Lisa.
Pancreatic cancer? I can't even say it. And
Pancreatic cancer, that's
yeah,
what she died from.
yeah. But he kind of got COVID and then went back to start his chemo and found out he was in remission.
Wow.
So they don't know if the COVID for him helped.
Elisa, do I have anyone coming through, animals or past loved ones?
Ask her if she had a father. Well, she can answer you. You just read it.
Yes, that's
Okay.
it, she said.
Dad. Okay. Did he work with his hands a lot? I just want to make sure I've got the right person.
Elisa, was it your dad? Someone that, what'd you say now, Kel?
I mean, he worked. I'm getting a very strong male presence, like a father figure, and he worked with his hands a lot. Like,
Does that sound familiar to you, Elisa?
he looks like he has working hands. A man that worked, not like
very calloused hands.
Thank you, Southern Belle.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, had callus on his hands from working. I'm seeing something to do with cars. I'm not saying he's a mechanic, but I'm just saying like cars.
She's not answered yet. She just did. Not dad, but a male. But male,
Yeah.
not dad, but a male. My dad did. Southern Belle said her dad did.
Okay. See,
So it
like,
may be for Southern
someone
Belle
else
or
could be
Elisa.
asking me questions, but someone else could come through for someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just seeing like a guy who loved his cars, like he loved cars.
Does that sound familiar to either one of you ladies, or? Yes, the male that passed is in my family did. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Like all these spirits are just saying how wonderful they finally can tell. Like just say, "Hey, I'm here," or "Yes, I've seen you grow," or "Yes, I've seen." Like they're just happy to have some communication, but
Yeah.
some
That's why I
validation.
do what I do, and that's why I love doing what I do, because I want to give them a voice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a lot of people look at me like, you're crazy. Are you not scared to do that? No, I'm not scared to do that. I'm protected.
Well, people think I'm crazy when
What
I
are, Elisa wants to know, can you tell what the characteristics are?
of the male.
Yes.
I'm just getting like he's tall, not like over 6'5". Like
Now,
maybe.
Southern Belle says that the one that she's got coming through, he worked on trucks, and
Mm-hmm.
his name was Will.
Um, I'm getting someone who's like tall, kind of got dark hair, wispy kind of. Did this person like smoke? Because I'm seeing like they have something stuck in the side of their mouth, like when they're working.
This is coming through for one of you guys. Somebody's communicating with her.
I mean, boy, Zach's mom. God.
Guys, let me tell you, years ago, my daughter had a friend that went missing. And I hadn't even said anything to Kel about it. She got a hold of me and she said, you're worrying. I said, yeah, there's a lot going on. She said, I know.
What did you say on
What?
Kel?
She's doing a reading for these people. Kimmy just come out of the bathroom because she said a tall male, not quite 6 foot tall,
Mm-hmm.
and he loved working on cars, and she could see something hanging out of his mouth when he was working on them.
I'm not
What
saying
it
it was
sounded
a
like.
cigarette, but I just know that some
Oh
men
my
will
God.
maybe.
Kel,
Hmm.
I believe Ron's coming through to you right now.
Who?
Ron, Kimmy's friend that accident happened
Oh, yeah,
to.
working on his truck and
He was always working on his truck, and he had a toothpick hanging out of his mouth.
Oh my God.
Wow, she came storming out of the bathroom.
Because I just got this really strong feeling. Like it was like I was seeing it like I'm seeing you guys right now. It was
What
like
did you say the hair looked like? Tell that to Kimmy again.
it was wispy. I'm not saying it was long, but it had some, you know,
Oh my God.
like he could take his hand and go.
Wow.
Kimmy's thinking that might be Ron.
And always had a toothpick in his
Yeah, always had a toothpick in his mouth, she said.
Worked on cars, trucks, anything.
Mhm.
Got his hands dirty a lot.
Yes, that was his life. He loved that. Heck, I wasn't thinking that was somebody who's going to come through for somebody in my family. We're trying to get these ladies taken care of right here.
I told you anyone could come through.
Southern Belle says her dad was a dirty blonde. What color hair was you seeing, Kel?
It was dark. I'm not seeing like a blonde. I'm just seeing dark.
Okay, that was probably Ron because he had dark brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, like I was telling you, Elisa says she loves the Rick and Morty vibes.
Oh, thank you.
My daughter's friend had went missing, and Kel got a hold of me. She said, "You're worrying." I said, "Yeah, there's a lot going on." She said, "I know." She said, "Sis, you know the living don't come to me hardly." She said, "Your daughter's friend went missing," and I'm just sitting here like, "Oh my God, how do you know that?" And she started describing this girl to me, and none of us had posted anything on Facebook. We hadn't said nothing about it. She described this girl to me to a T. She told me that she had seen the number 3, and it kept coming up several times. She had seen the number 3. Well,
Even said
on
how
the
she
third
died
month,
and who did it
yes,
too,
even said how she died and how they's going to find her.
and who
On the
did it.
third month, the third day, the third year they found her.
Where I
And
said she
they
was.
found her, yes, just like Hale said they was going to find her. They found her half in water and half out.
And also, I said that it was her boyfriend and his
Yep.
cousin.
And it was. It was.
Mhm.
And
Does
I'm like,
that
well,
surprise
she
you,
told me
Zach?
that.
How's your feelings
I'm
about
a
that?
Yeah, sure.
I've been a firm believer. When this girl tells me something, she's not joking. She's got it going on. And I told her, quit holding your gift back. The world wants to see it.
Police need to come investigate you.
Hey,
I
I told her here a while back, I said, Kel, I said, you might be able to help a lot of families with missing children with her gift.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I want us to dig into that Chris Watts, that video, because I'm telling you,
Oh, the
the stuff
girlfriend was
that you and I
involved.
both have found out, and that girl that he was seeing, she was there. If people will stop that video right when he's putting that gas jug, it's just in a millisecond. You can see it. You got to freeze that frame. You can see her walking out with that pocketbook on her shoulder. I knew all along. I said she was involved in it.
Do you guys want any? I'm not going to mention politics, but do you guys want to know what's coming up for the next year?
I don't know. I'm about scared to know.
I know, right?
Alexa says, "Can I ask about my friend's mom, Audrey? She's been missing for years. Anything on this? Are you picking up anything on Audrey?"
Not at the present moment, but I got to think on it. Maybe she'll come through.
My mom's probably still yapping, right? That's why.
She is.
She's like, I got somebody that's communicating with me. Dang it, I'm not letting them go.
Exactly.
I gotta get my words out. I gotta talk.
My mother is one of the most selfish people I've ever known in my entire life. So that doesn't surprise me at all that she's trying to take over this whole thing.
Shut up, Zachary. Sorry. That's what I got.
Yeah, Kel, if you can try to get Audrey to come through, that would be great.
Well, I'm going to tell you what the year's events is going to come up, maybe she'll come through. I just got to
Yes, Elisa, I believe that. So does Kel. I believe that with all my heart that girl was involved with that murder.
Yeah. Because she was acting really fishy.
Well, yeah. Listen, go back to when the detectives was interrogating her. Okay, she tried to. She done went and wiped everything off her phone. Now she didn't have anything to hide, which they got it anyway. She was looking up Shannon's Facebook. She was looking at things on Shannon. Why would she be doing that? Looking up wedding dresses and how much, what was the name? The guy that killed his pregnant wife, Scott something other. Looking up how much
Scott
money
Peters.
his girlfriend got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, these wicked bitches. I'm sorry, forgive me. That's just the way I felt. That stuff is crazy. She tried to play it off. She's like, no, I didn't. When he told me they had kids, I thought that was cute. And I'm like, lady, you're as fake as a $2 bill. I mean, come on. You can see it wrote all over her.
Was this woman, I wouldn't call her middle aged.
Are you talking about Audrey?
Around Zach's age, like 40s, late 40s.
Elisa, how old was Audrey?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sorry, Zach.
Hey, don't
Your
feel
mother.
bad. I'm not ashamed of my age. I'll tell you, I'm 51.
Zach, I'm sorry. Your mother's
But I
yapping.
try not to get. I try my best
You're
not to let that.
51?
I'm 51.
So you're 2 years older than me.
Yeah. I'm a year
Well,
older than
no,
my.
you're actually you're going to be I turned 50 in August. So
My birthday was
You're like,
November the 7th, 1969.
yeah, so you're 2 years older.
In the
I'm
summer of
71.
'69.
Yeah, you're the same age as my brother.
Was this woman?
Yes, she was.
Okay.
Her name is Audrey Mae Heron.
I think she fell. I'm not seeing any foul play. I'm just wondering if she fell and no one found her.
Wow.
How long?
Maybe late 30s or early 40s is how old she is.
Mm-hmm.
That's about what you was picking up on.
Mm-hmm. I think she
So
hit
you're
her
not
head.
seeing,
I think like I'm getting like the side of my head hurts.
are you seeing anything around her?
Weeds, tall grass, like an
There's
embankment.
They had a documentary on the first 48 a few years back. Well, that is so sad. I'm so sorry. Stuff like that
Yeah,
breaks my heart.
I'm sorry. I'm not seeing any foul play, or I'm not feeling any foul play, but I'm just sensing like she fell, embankment, tall weeds, hit her head. I I just know my head hurts like really bad all of a sudden, and I did not have a headache.
Wow.
Like it's right here.
Um, Kel, tonight, maybe you could try to meditate
Mm-hmm.
and see if you can't get her to come to you because, any little lead right now would be helpful.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes
I'm
I
telling
have
you,
to, and
I was thrown back when you told me that about Angie's friend.
I think the reason I picked up on her is because where you and I are so connected.
Right.
Um, because I'm not going to say any names with this case, but I told you about the case that was near me, like 30 minutes away, and I think the stepdad killed the daughter, his
Yeah.
stepdaughter, um, because he was a narcissist and he wanted her for himself because he was a nasty man.
Oh, wow. She said they have been investigating this for years, over 10 years, and they haven't gotten one small clue. She left work one day and never was seen again. Wow.
I'm thinking maybe she like had something happen. I'm thinking she had
I think
a
somebody might have been after her and she was trying to get away from them and fell and hit her head.
no. I'm not getting any foul play like that. I'm getting like, see, getting that she just maybe. Give me a minute. Did she have any health issues like stroke, aneurysm, maybe? Did she work in an office? Some kind of like building like that.
I'll tell you when she responds.
I'm just trying to see if I can get in here. While she's typing, I'll let you know on a secret that JonBenet Ramsey was killed by a family friend.
Really? I thought for years that it may have been one of those people that worked for them, cleaning their yard up or something. That's
It
what I
was one
felt.
of the people that John Ramsey's worked with that worked in his company, because why would they ask for the same amount of money that
She
John.
she worked. She said, "No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of." And yes, she did. She's a nurse. So did she have an aneurysm? Alisa, or did she have a stroke?
No, what I'm saying is I'm wondering if she had a stroke or something happened that caused her to fall.
Oh, okay.
But she worked in a hospital. I'm just seeing a lot of paperwork and frantic running around and she wears some kind of like suit, like a scrub or something. I just saw something like that. Picked up on. If I can come up with anything else, I'll let Rhoda know.
Oh yeah, trust me, she won't let this go now that it's in her head.
Nope.
She will be looking for more.
Until I'm satisfied.
Yeah. She would ask me, months would go by and she'd say, have you heard anything? Have you heard anything? I'm like, no, not yet. And she kept telling me, don't forget, I'm seeing three. And then when they finally found her, and the day that they found her on, and 3 years later, I was like,
Third
oh my
month,
God.
third year.
Yes. Third month, third day, third year. And I'm like, oh my God, Kel hit right on it. And the sad thing is that we passed the place where that girl was at, I know, over 100 times. I never thought in a million years that she would be up there.
I told you she was nearby you, and you were like,
yeah. Because we had been out looking for her, with the search teams, and everybody was just coming up with, couldn't find anything. We were searching around the lakes and stuff, but we wasn't searching around that particular area.
Do you want to know something interesting about politics that I'm feeling? Now, I could be totally wrong with this, but I discussed it with another medium friend of mine, and we're both sensing the same thing. So this is, I kind of knew about the riot like 3 months before it happened in D.C. But do you guys notice that Biden's putting certain people in certain positions?
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's trying to make a power play, and he's sick. I think he's got cancer.
Kel, she said her car is missing as well, and they never found that. So are you picking up on any kind of car?
Not right off, unless it went over the hill with her.
It's a 1994 black Jeep Grand Cherokee.
It's probably with her, like in a ravine or some I'm seeing like a lot of shrubs where you can't really see it.
Wow. There was this little boy that used to come to our house. His daddy went missing, right? And I think he was gone for what, Dwayne? Like 10 years?
1 year. Dwayne Short?
Yeah.
1 year.
Dwayne said he was missing 1 year to the day that he went missing.
Mm-hmm.
They found him underneath a tree. A homeless guy found him. And he was a skeleton by the time they found him. He was just sitting up in his car. What did he die from?
He was drunk right off the road.
He was drunk right off the road, Dwayne said.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Hi, guys. I see Zach left.
Yeah, he must have got tired.
Well, it's okay. His mom kind of left me alone.
Did she?
What I was going to say about Biden is I think he's got cancer and he's not going to make it past his second year.
Wow, that's odd you said that, because me and Kenny was talking about that last night, and she said, Mom, I don't think he's going to make it long.
Just look at his power play that he's doing. He put a female vice president. One of the people in his cabinet is to help the native people of America. You've got all these people. He's trying to unite people. But Trump's not going to leave because, and if you guys are Trump people, I respect that, but Trump's not going to go anywhere. He's going to make his own play. He's got this, I don't like to compare him to Hitler, but he's got that, he tasted power. That's a good deal. He loves that dictatorship. But
You want to try Spirit Box again?
yes. Now, who has joined us?
We've got Phoenix, a fire that's came in. Welcome, Phoenix Fire. Elisa, what was it that you said you would like to find out through Spirit Box a while ago?
Sorry, I get yappy sometimes.
It's okay. Let me see if I can find it.
Just trying to get my pug. Give me a second. I need you to. I need your energy. Come here. I need your energy. There you go.
Are you still here, Elisa?
I'm sorry if you went anywhere. I'm sorry I woke it up. I know the face. I woke it up. Look, there's Aunt Rhoda.
Hello. Little Miss Ruby. Yes, let's see. Ask when if Jordan will contact me, what's going to happen to us. Okay, let's give it a whirl. Guys, I'm going to have to turn this thing down because when I turn it on, it gets extremely loud. Yeah, I knew it was going to do that. Hello, who's here with us right now? Spirits, can you tell me, is Jordan going to contact Elisa? Can you repeat that, please? What does the future hold for them? And guys, also, can you repeat that, please? You said Elisa. Who is saying Elisa's name? This is Tammy. Then I heard another one come through and say this is Jeff. Somebody said Ruby had such a beautiful shiny coat.
Thank you.
Yes, that's her baby.
I need some of her energy for a pick-me-up.
What does the future look like for Elisa and Jordan Agosto? Someone just come through and said fine. It looks fine.
Y'all don't know. Boy, that voice just kind of sounded like Trump that came
We've
through.
got I miss you. Someone said I miss you. Who do you miss? We've got Southern Belle. We've got Elisa. We've got Phoenix Fire. Who's coming through right now? Belinda. Is that what you heard?
Mm-hmm. It could just be some random spirit, though. You know how they just...
And Sherry's still here.
Hi, Sherry. Did Sherry say where she was from?
Sherry, where are you from, doll? And Southern Belle, are you still here, Belle?
My shell, my bell. Shut up, Spirit Box. Did I ask you for your opinion?
It's starting to get chatty now. Sherry's from Canada. Wow, you're way across the pond, Sherry. Southern Belle's still here. Southern Belle, where are you from, honey?
Sherry, is it the Sherry that I know that lives in Canada?
Robbie. Does anybody know a Robbie that's no longer with us? Spirits, can you tell us when Jordan Augusto will contact Elisa? Southern Belle lives in Georgia. I thought you lived in Georgia, Southern Belle.
I
live
mean,
in
with the
Tennessee.
name like Southern Belle. Did Sherry get back to you? Where, if it's
I
a
love
Sherry?
that name.
Sherry, have we talked before?
Trey. Does anybody know a Trey?
Did I just say wait a moment?
Okay, I'm waiting. Can you tell us when Jordan will contact Elisa?
Apparently, the spirit don't want to talk through the spirit box.
Sound like it said tonight. Sherry says she's never spoke with you before.
I know another Sherry from Canada. That's kind of odd.
Who, me? She said, who, me? Charlene. I heard a Charlene. Is anybody have a Charlene? Spirits, come through. Give us your name so we can let your family know you're here.
Is there any of their spirits? Sherry, are you near Alberta?
Yep. Bookworm. Who's a bookworm? Since she's trying to find it. Said something about more. Pasture plate. Pasture plate? What?
Wow.
You're
Did Sherry
crazy,
get back to
said.
you on there? Because I asked her if
Yeah.
she's from Alberta.
Said, no, Ontario, Canada.
Okay,
Spirits,
I know where that's at. I
that's how
have friends near
Jordan feels
Ontario.
about
I don't know
Lisa.
where I got Alberta though.
We're fine. They're fine.
I got friends in Alberta
She's
too,
helping
Sherry.
Any and all good spirits, you're welcome to come and speak to your family.
And I got
And
friends
you
in
need to say your
Toronto.
name so they know who you are.
And anyone can add me to Facebook.
Bob, does anybody have a Bob?
Ooh, Bob.
Sherry said her son lives in Alberta, Kel.
Okay. That's what I'm getting. It's like I'm picking up on her energy, like hardcore. That's why I was like, okay, her name's Sherry. And I was getting Canada because I know another Sherry in Canada. That's what kind of.
Kathy, there's a Kathy just came through. Will. Is there anybody that has a wheel?
Someone did.
Byron.
Boy, that's an old name.
Yeah. David. Welcome, spirits. You guys, if you hear a family member's name, let me know so I can ask them some questions for you. Lisa, I'm not, this is the first time that I've ever asked spirits how a relationship is going to be.
And that's what I'm getting.
I mean, you never know. It may give you an answer, but I've never did that. I've always, asked for people that wasn't living,
I'm getting no for
There's Byron again.
Byron.
Will, she said that's her uncle. Will, Elisa's here in the chat. Is there anything that you would like to say to her? And David is my sister's boyfriend that passed. Wow, she's got 2 people here.
Mm-hmm.
David Elisa's in the chat. Do you want to speak to her? Tell her, don't forget me is what it sounds like.
That's what it sounded like to me.
Mhm. Is any of Sherry's family here? Or Southern Bell's family? Or Phoenix Fire? Did I forget anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody F you. We got a mean spirit. Where was my uncle? Okay, Willie and Elisa's in the chat. Tell her what I said. I must have missed what he said. He said, tell her what I said. Willie, are you with Elisa at times when she's sad?
Yeah.
You know, guys, any of you that has family, and we all do,
Mm-hmm.
and trust me, I talk to my dad and my brothers all the
Yep.
time. You talk to your family members, they're there.
Just because you can't see them or hear them or feel them, they're there. When you are thinking about them,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
there. Mm-hmm.
David, just said David again. David, Elisa's here. You want to say something to her? Oh, I love you. I love you.
I heard that. I love you. You're close, I bet. Yeah.
David, Elisa. Is it David or Willie? Willie, Elisa. Willie, Elisa says she's been waiting to hear from you, and she misses you so much. Anything for his daughter, Autumn? You have anything to say for your daughter, Autumn? Wow. Did you see what just happened? My spirit box started flying.
Yeah. That he's there with her
Wow.
when she's asleep. He watches over her.
Spirits, come back in just a second. I'm going to put new batteries in here. I'm going to say goodbye for now. Guys, I'll turn this right back on. I'm crying. I can feel him here. Yes, honey, he is there.
He is. Just let it out.
And those little moments when you know, all of a sudden you're thinking about him, that's when he's right there beside you. I've got a RLS camera that I use on some of my investigations, and you'd be surprised of the spirits that we have show up that we can catch on video, because it looks like a stick figure of a skeleton, and
Oh,
you can see them
yeah.
waving at us.
The LRS or whatever.
Yeah, I love that thing. That thing is crazy.
I want you to know that Amberly said, thank God that thing is off.
Tell our friends who Amberly is.
Amberly is the spirit that's attached to my property and attached to me.
She's very old.
Oh, she's
I'm
old
not anything bad
Irish.
against Amberly. You know I love you.
Yeah, she's old Irish, like all the way back before Ireland had the 100-Year War, which separated Ireland and Southern Ireland. She's very Gaelic in her language. It's very broken English, Gaelic. She hates the spirit box. She broke
She
mine.
wasn't going to say anything, was she?
No, she hates
You
that
said
thing.
when she was going to come through, she wasn't going to do it. She's like, I think not.
I hate that thing, she says. It's too loud. She doesn't like the sound it makes.
Right.
But she did come through. She did come through once. Like, one of my friends and I were coming up my heel and we just investigated something. And my friend's like, oh, let's just turn it on and see what happens. I was like, okay, she's not going to like it. All of a sudden you heard, Kelly, you home?
Didn't she scare Michelle one night?
Yeah. Like, she made Michelle's heater in her car, like, turn up full blast.
What is up with these batteries, Kel? These are brand new batteries. My spirit box guys started acting crazy. How much? I gave $100 for it, but look, they've went down in price now. I think you can get one for like 90.
69.
Is it 69? Really?
It's 69 for the SPK7 one, but the SP11 is
The S,
100.
the SP7 is what I've got.
Yeah. Amberly said you're welcome.
Bless her heart.
No, I think
Let
she
me see
broke
her
her
on.
thing.
Well, did Amberly, please tell me she didn't break my radio, Kel. She did, didn't she? You made my radio start going crazy, didn't you, Amberly?
Yeah. She hates it. No. I don't know why. Like I said, she does not like the sound of that. Mm-mm.
That's why Phoenix says he's got I got a SB7 for 79 on sale. Wow. I paid 100 for mine, like yours, Phoenix, and I baby it. But
I
sometimes like it goes crazy.
paid, when I had mine, I paid 69 because Ohio Paranormal was selling them on Amazon. Or was it Cleveland Paranormal? I don't know. It was some paranormal group on Amazon that was selling it. And I got mine for 69, and after tax and stuff it was like 72.
Hello? Who's with us right now? Yeah, Lisa, they did.
They what?
What?
To put some context on this, I think
This thing is going nuts.
damage done by these storms.
Guys, I don't know.
It sounded German.
Oh my God. Kelly, it's not even turning off.
I'm sorry.
Amberly wants to play games. Guys, we knew that Amberly was probably going to do this because Amberly hates spirit boxes. She'll talk to you all day long through Kel's ear and through a digital recorder, but a spirit box, she'd like to slam them.
Yeah, she broke mine.
And Kel does have pictures of Amberly
Mm-hmm.
that she caught out in the garden one day. She just took a picture, and there Amberly stood.
It was
in
on
her little
Easter too, of all
old-fashioned-
things.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Phoenix, thanks for joining us. So you're a paranormal investigator, or are you an enthusiast?
I'm wanting the Boo Buddy, Phoenix. And you're lucky to get that for $79.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the guts to make a REM pod because I do make a lot of my equipment. What I can't buy, I'll make it. But yeah. Me and Kel was just talking about the Boo Bear earlier, wasn't we, Kel?
Mm-hmm. I said those are so freaking expensive, though. I would love a thermal camera, but they're like $500, and I don't think so.
Zach said for me to tell her I found Uncle Connie's family, and they only live about an hour and a half away from me. His wife is still alive, and only his youngest son had children. I'm going to let you go, guys. I have to get ready for bed, but this was awesome. You guys put on a good show. Zach is such a sweetheart.
I love you, Zach. Tell your wifey I said hello. She's a gorgeous woman. She's so lucky.
Hang on, guys. I'll get right back with you.
Spirit box. You know that thing where my ears are so sensitive, it hurts my ears too.
Yeah.
I get why Amberly doesn't like it.
I am working on making, they call it a spirit portal. It's where you can, it takes the white
Didn't that
noise out.
Jeff, whatever his name is, make one, but he's not real. I don't like.
Huff Paranormal.
God, I have
He's
so
full of
much.
shit.
Mm,
You know, that guy fakes so much stuff. It's unbelievable. He takes his computer, okay, and he programs in the words he wants it to say.
Yep.
You know, and it really makes me mad because people that's out here busting their butt to do paranormal investigations to prove it, he puts a bad taste in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. He said he got
And
Michael
at first I
Jackson, and he
thought,
did not.
shit, no.
And
He said
Lorraine
he talked to
Warren's,
Angry Grandpa too. No, he didn't.
and he said that he got in touch with the Warrens, and he did not. The Warrens family got really mad at him for that.
Oh yeah. Well, there's been a few people. I'm not going to say their name, Angry Cajun, that says that he did videos with Ed and Lorraine. Okay, but now if you did videos with somebody, you're gonna have proof of that, right or wrong. He posts up pictures that you can go pull off the internet of the demon tree and of Annabelle sitting in the case. I mean, I pulled up the exact same pictures, exactly what he pulled up. I'm like, dude, you're full of shit.
It's like, I met actor
Yeah,
Seth MacFarlane. I got proof of that.
listen, do you hear that?
Amberly,
That's what my spirit box is doing. It's going crazy. It never did that. Amberly, how dare you?
She hates him.
Hell, and it will not do nothing. Oh, sister, what have you done to my spirit box?
Why do you think she said you're welcome?
If I did any pictures or videos with Ed and Lorraine Warren, they would be all over the. Yeah, me and you both. I agree, Phoenix.
Those are my role models, like Lorraine, because I've been seeing and hearing spirits since I was 7. And I remember watching an interview with my mom with the Warrens talking about the Amityville house. And I started loving Ed and Lorraine. Oh, and have you guys, Hans Holzer? He's another one that's awesome. He's passed away too, but he was another pioneer of the day.
Elisa says, my entire life, I've had a lot of experiences, been close to spirit, and very interested in the entire subject, but I'm not educated on how to clear any bad energy. I need to get some sage. Definitely.
You can use sage, but hun, set your intention. Like,
Good thing.
intention is everything. Like, you don't need sage like this. I
But
mean,
it's good to have.
it's good. It makes you feel good. But you can honestly set your intentions, and you can also use lemon, and like you can put lemon on a stove and water with some ginger and make it through your house, and that helps purify too. You don't need sage. You can use other elements.
Yeah.
But make your intentions, like say, I would like to get in touch with spirit, but if you're afraid to see them, say I'd like to hear them. Just make your intentions. I've never been afraid of spirits.
Neither have I. No, I'm not gonna lie. When I come encounter with a dark spirit, and you know that you're there with a dark spirit because you can smell that smell and you get that uneasy feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but not all negative spirits smell like sulfur either.
No, but the ones that I've come in contact with, I've come in contact with, I'm gonna say probably 3. And just like that one where I caught on the RLS camera with that big spirit looming over Austin.
Mhm.
Did you watch that video, Cal? That
Mhm.
was the thing that girl was feeling in that house, and we caught it on video. And then
Yeah.
it went to the couch and lay down, and it looked like it was kicking her baby. I'm like, oh my God, move your child.
Mhm.
There's something sitting there, and it's not nice. But it was portraying to the child that it was good. Yes, you can.
It's like, just make your
Well,
intentions known. Like, if you don't see, because I know people who are afraid, they want to, but they're afraid to see what spirit looks like because they think they're going to look all hideous. But I'm going to tell you, I've never seen a spirit look hideous or terrifying. Now, I've actually seen a soldier with like a head wound, but I've never seen like something, terrifying.
right. I haven't
But
either.
but
So far, knock on wood, I haven't yet.
I've seen what people like to call negative spirits or demons, what have you, whatever you want to call them. But I've never.
Lisa's like, let's not even talk about it, setting my intentions over here.
Yeah, just say I want to fill my house with light and love, and may nothing negative be allowed to enter. That's what I say,
Yeah.
and it seems to work for me. So just make your intentions. And also, if you want good spirits, just say no negative spirits may enter, only good intentions are here.
Yeah. That's what I did earlier before I
Mm-hmm.
started doing the spirit box. Because, like I told Carol before we even started the chat, I always use my spirit box outside of my home. But since I'm going to start, doing more live streams when I'm not doing investigations, so we
Not
can
that spirit
connect,
box, you're not.
I'm like, I'm scared to use this spirit box. And she's like, it's okay, just let them know your intentions. And after I said it, I felt a sense of peace, and it wasn't bothering me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Just make
do
your
you guys
intentions.
want to? We can play around with Kel's pendulum, or we can do. I've got
Do you have your K2
my
meter there?
dowsing rod. I
Do you have your,
do.
has anyone seen a
Like
K2
I told
meter?
you, I
Is
have got so much stuff in my bag. It's ungodly.
is yours the black one or the gray one? I had the gray one.
Black one.
Huh?
It's black.
I had the gray one, but it broke.
Oh, really? What happened to it?
It just stopped working. No spirits got a hold
Yeah.
of that. It just broke, and I was just like, eh. I just
Okay,
use.
guys, we can play around with this and see if we can get a yes/no answer.
You can, if you also have a flashlight there that has the twisty back off, you could twist the back off a little bit and see if the light will come on.
Well, I got only about 30 flashlights I take on my investigations. If there's any spirits here, could you come and touch this meter in my hand? I do, Lisa. I have used necrophonic, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think with all the apps out there that's full of crap, necrophonic has hit right on the head of questions that I have asked. So I do believe that's the first and probably only app that is close to even being like a real spirit box.
Yeah, that one
That's my
called Ghost Speak is full of crap.
yeah.
There's a lot of other ones that are full of crap.
Oh wow, Phoenix. What color did you get of the laser grid? Did you get purple, green, red? I've got a green one and a purple one. Well, I'm trying to see if any spirits is going to come and touch this.
Is it
Can you
still
please?
like flatlined at red or
It's
green? I mean,
it's on the green. Yeah,
yeah.
I got a green one too. Now I'm going to tell you, if you got a green one that's got the key in the bottom of it, be careful putting it in your stand that's going to hold that button closed, because it will mess that button up. Because now my green grid light only comes on for like a second or two, and then it goes off, and that's with brand new batteries in it. But my little purple one that I got, it works good. but the purple don't show up as good as the green. You know what I'm talking about, Kel? The laser lights.
Mm-hmm. I've used them. I guess I rely on myself more than I do technology when it comes to that stuff.
Right.
But I don't mind using it to prove to other people that my intentions are real.
Right.
There's only a few other psychic mediums in the field that I trust wholeheartedly,
Yeah.
and one of them's dead.
Hang on.
You trying to get your spirit box on again?
Yeah.
The thing
I'm just gonna. I think Amberly did a number on me, sister.
I'm going to tell you right now that um, the button that switches it to make it go backwards is messed up. Like, you know how it went
What?
in
My grid
reverse?
light?
Hmm?
On my grid light?
No, on your
Oh,
spirit
on my
box.
spirit box?
Yeah, you know the thing that makes it go fast and goes backwards?
Yeah, the sweep rate.
Yeah, that's broke.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna lay this K2 meter down over next to me. I know you guys. Well, actually, I'm just gonna turn it off because if you can't see it, I mean, it's not doing us much good, is it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I'm sorry Amberly broke a spirit box, but I told you she don't like them.
I think I'll look at it later. Let me wipe these off, guys. I went and put some glow in the dark stuff on my grid lights. I'm really wanting to get some of those that light up, but they're really big, which means that's going to make them really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool on them. But I had a brain fart and put, glow in the dark stuff on my dowsing rods here. You can see the green. And let me tell you, it don't work.
Question, since if Phoenix is still in the room, because comments aren't coming up for me because I'm on the phone, not the computer. But have you worked with a Jacob's ladder? That's kind of dangerous, but I've worked with one of those.
Yeah, Lisa, be careful when you're using things like that in your house. Like Kel said, always
Set your
invite good.
intentions.
Yeah.
And set your intentions. I mean, I don't mind using a Ouija board because I know what I'm doing, but some people don't know what they're conjuring.
I won't touch them.
Well, this is just a tool just like the Ouija board is.
Yeah, they all are, but it's just that board's. No, he hasn't used Jacob's ladder.
Well, yeah, it's kind of dangerous, but when you don't have anything else, sometimes you do what you gotta. Because like what a Jacob's ladder is just like a stream current of electricity going back and forth, kind of like a taser.
Center, please.
Hmm?
Center. I was talking to my dowsing rods.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us your yes answer? What is your yes answer?
Crossing.
Mine don't always do that. Mine will usually go to left or right. What is your yes answer going to be? Are you playing shy tonight? Show us your yes answer. What's it going to be? Well, wow. Is that your yes answer?
What'd it do?
It's just sitting straight out. Well, there it went. Let me shake it off and do it again.
You know you're supposed to cleanse those every time you use them.
Yeah, well, I haven't used them in over, 3-4 months. I always do sage my stuff. I'm going to have to really sage my spirit box after a while.
Like I said, it's your sweep channel that's messed up, I bet you.
Okay. What is your yes answer going to be? And sometimes they won't do nothing. Are you not wanting to talk tonight? No, that's starting to move. Are you going to give me a hug?
Yes.
Give me a hug. And it's going to. Give me a hug.
It's your energy. You're pulling it closer to you.
Thank you. Okay. Now, spirits, if you know the answer to this question, Is Jordan going to get in contact with Elisa soon? Well, is this your, okay, I believe this is its yes answer. It's coming back to me again.
Yeah, that's yes. I told you they're crossing.
Okay.
But I
Let's,
feel some hesitation with him contacting her.
yeah. The rods are acting crazy center, please. Did Amberly mess up my spirit box? Did Amberly mess up my spirit box? Look at you see what it's doing, Cal?
It's doing a yes.
And it's shaking it back and forth.
I told you that she would come through. I just didn't tell you how.
Hey, did you ever find your other thing like this?
No.
Man.
Oh, I think it's in one. You know my clear K2 meter that I bought?
Yeah.
That I got it from Ghost Augustine.
What about your Beats headphones?
I can't find. I don't know where they are.
Well, they better be in here. What is this right here?
That's just a jack that goes to my stuff. I'm doing a live stream.
Sorry.
Give me a cigarette.
Hello.
Okay, shaking the spirits off the dowsing rods. Okay, Kel. I've never seen. These are called dowsing rods, Elisa.
You can make your own.
Yeah, back in the day, these were used to find. It's called well witching. People used them to find water. Nowadays, paranormal investigators use these to answer yes and no questions.
Or find something.
And, yeah, and it will show you directions of where a spirit's at. Like the spirit's standing next to you, you ask where are you? And it'll point to the direction they're standing in.
And they gotta be made from copper.
Yeah, but you can make your own with wire hangers.
Yeah.
You don't need fancy
These
stuff.
is just I think I gave like $20 for these.
Mm-hmm. I can make them
very expensive.
I can make them with like 2 hangers and 2 old ballpoint pens.
Right. You know, I got some. Dang it, I got some copper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I was going to use it for.
I do.
The copper.
Have you noticed? Have you noticed there's less spirits where there's iron deposits because for some reason energy reflects off iron. It don't work.
Yeah.
Why do you think in the show Supernatural they use iron to repel spirits? So I got a question for your dowsing rods.
Okay, hang on. Hang on. You got me jerking here. Hang on, because I always try to make sure my hands are straight. Okay, ask your question, Kel.
Will Rhoda's daughter make me my supernatural cup?
Is Wendy going to make Kel her cup? Yes or no?
Want my cup.
Come on, you can do it. Yes or no? Quit swaying them.
They're uncertain.
Yeah, they're like. Got my daughter, my youngest daughter, can get these, and they love her so much she can get one in her hand, and she'll ask it. She won't ask it to go left or right. She'll tell it to spin, and that thing will just take off getting it as many times as she asks it to go. It'll go.
Mm-hmm.
They like to hug me a lot.
It's because your energy. Like I can never use them because they'll come backwards at me.
Yeah, mine does that a lot. They call it hugging.
Yeah.
When they do that, that spirit's trying to hug you.
Yeah, they like your energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know, like this is random, but do you know the show Supernatural, the first 3 seasons were written by like kind of people who were in the paranormal field. That's why some of the stories make better sense. And then after like
Elisa
season,
says, go ahead, sis.
no, I want to know what she says.
Elisa says, I don't know how some people are skeptics. Like, how do you not believe that there are spirits around us all the time? I just don't understand the skeptics. I don't neither.
I don't
That's
either.
just something that me and Kel was
It's,
talking about earlier before we came on.
it's
We
like
was
people
talking
don't
about
believe there's aliens on other planets. I mean, we can't be the only ones in the solar system. And I think there's some aliens that have better technology than us because maybe they've been advanced enough more than we have. And I believe in Project Blue Book because I think even the great creator or the great energy or God or whatever you want to call the energy, is made everything.
Bell, mine's like that too. Now, a lot of times I'm the only one they'll work for, but if my daughter's boyfriend, I introduced him to him one day and I asked, was it okay if he used the rods? And they spun yes. So as soon as I put them in his hand, it was like they just loved him. And he got in contact with his grandmother and it blowed him away so much that he was bawling and he sat 2 or 3 hours talking to her. And it was things that she answered for him that he needed that confirmation in his life. So they helped him out, Ruby.
Grumpy butt.
Oh wow, she's like, I gotta let a big yawn out.
She was staring at me.
I'm trying to get Athena to come over. I want you to see her. We had to, poor little Kimmy tried to brush the knots out of that ugly cat she got. We had to end up shaving her, Kel, and she looks so funny.
She looks like one of those Sphinx cats now, doesn't she?
Her hair's growing out now, but she's got that little fat face, and I mean,
is it the Garfield type cats?
Yes, that's exactly what she is.
Persian.
Yeah, she's over there eating.
And if anyone wants to know what kind of dog this is, it's a pug. You can't see her because she's, she wants to be.
Guys, I want to do a video one day.
Do
you hear that?
I just heard
a phone. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Guys, what I was getting ready to say, I've got so much ghost hunting crap. Probably, anybody that does paranormal investigations, you don't never get enough. So I'm always getting stuff and putting it back. And now my bag is so full, I'm gonna have to start to get some of those hard cases to put my equipment in.
Maybe my sissy will buy me a new K2 meter.
Hey, why don't you send your K2 meter to me and let me see if I can fix it?
I don't know where it's at, or I would.
Oh my goodness. Where's your spirit box at?
It's at my friend Erin's house that I don't talk to no more. I'm sorry, baby.
Oh wow. Then we can forget about that, huh?
Yeah. Well, do you know that little piece in the spirit box that works the radio, the little transistor? That's what Amberly broke in mine.
Phoenix says it may be because there are string pullers out there that run it for the paranormal. Yes, you're exactly right. Phoenix, that's, most of them's doing that. And
what's that?
I mean, people using fishing line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you guys follow, there was a certain lady that I followed, and we became really good friends. And
let's just say your name, Patty.
I'm not saying no names, but I had people warn me from the get-go.
Yeah, I
to leave
did.
that alone. And I'm like, no, no. And
No one
then,
listens to me.
my heart was shattered when I found out that
Told you.
she set me up, and we supposed to went and did some videos together, and that
She
never
ditched
came.
you.
Yeah, that never came to pass. And I didn't call her no more after that. And people that came into her life had some bad things happen to them. But it's sad, you know, for people that's out here trying to prove the paranormal really exists. Do it.
And I think that's
Do it
why you
because
got
that's
the
what you love.
skeptics. Skeptics,
Yeah.
don't you, boobs?
I mean, it's hard to believe something when you see somebody else faking content.
Here you go. Say hi,
And
boobs.
when they do that, they're not doing it because they want to prove the paranormal. They're doing it because of the views that it's going to bring to their channel.
They want it for clout.
Yeah.
Honestly, I also believe in like cryptozoology. Like the Mothman was an alien. I live in West Virginia. This is a news
Oh,
story.
yeah. It is right there in Mothman territory. How many of you guys believe in Bigfoot? You believe in Bigfoot?
Me.
I do.
He's a cryptid. I think he's an interdimensional being.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, when I was 7 years old, my mom had 10 kids. I had a big family. And we would get around with the neighbor kids, and we'd have a big old gang of kids playing hide and go seek. Well, me and my friend at the time, we ran up in this little shallow, like almost like a little breakaway through the woods, a path, as you would say. And we was hiding in these bushes. Well, right. And here we're waiting for them to come and find us, and we heard this branch just pop. And I'm like, oh my God, somebody's behind us.
Did it
Well,
squeal really loud? Like it almost sounded like a bird.
no, Kelly, it didn't. It stood up. And when we looked back and saw this thing, all I
Yeah.
remember doing is bolting and screaming at the top of our lungs, there's a hairy thing standing up here. All the neighborhood dads came up there and was searching for that thing. And they took pictures of the footprint that where it was squatted down in the bushes. Do you know that there was only maybe 10 sightings of Bigfoots here in Tennessee? And it's because I live around all the mountains,
Mm-hmm.
But I know, and my husband's like, well, that was probably somebody dressed up in a gorilla suit trying to scare you guys. No, it wasn't. I know what I saw. And I'll take that to my grave. I saw that thing standing there. And as soon as they got up there, it was gone. There wasn't a trace of it nowhere.
Did it
Just
stink
broke
like
trail.
wet dog?
Do what?
Did it stink like a wet dog?
Hell, I was so young and I was so scared. I don't remember smelling anything. All I heard was that branch pop, and we looked around and it stood up.
Oh, I have a story for you. Okay. I was up at this park where I live. It's called the Indian Rocks Park. And my friend Mary and I were going walking. Well, my friend, that's also a sensitive medium, forgot to tell me that she put a spirit in a bottle and buried it up there. Okay. Let's just say it was a negative spirit. So it was kind of like a Dybbuk. Anywho. So get this. Well, it wasn't a Dybbuk. I'm going to tell you what I saw. But anyway, or felt. Because it's Native American ground. And we were walking in the path, and all the birds and animals were going the opposite direction as we were. And I looked at Mary and I said, we need to go the other way with the birds and the animals and everything else. And she's like, oh no, it's probably, for some reason she wasn't listening to me. And I was just kept going deeper and deeper into the path. And I started smelling something that smelled like wet dog. It was very strong, like it like had intention. Like Mary's like, oh, maybe it's a bear and blah blah blah, or maybe I'm like, no, it's not. Let's get out of here. Like I was like rushing her, like I've never had rushed her
You felt
before.
that vibe.
Oh my God. So after we got out, because I didn't know this until I looked up information. But most Native American spirits, or let's call them natives, because they're American, they were here before we were, the natives, right? When some of them would die of a bad death and stuff, their spirit would turn into kind of like a cannibal evil type thing. People refer to them as a Wendigo, which is another cryptid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was blown away because the description and everything just fit. Because I just had this feeling like, danger, Will Robinson, do not enter. And it's just, when you see all the birds and all the wildlife going in the opposite direction as you.
Yeah, something's there. Something's not right.
And I remember Mary, I was always afraid to tell her that I was a sensitive medium. But now because we were talking about this story the other day, and she said, she mentioned it to me. I was like, well, I told you there was something there and you wouldn't listen. And I told her it was like a Native American spirit, because you can tell when natives, they're really connected to all their ancestors. So instead of one Native American, you got the whole tribe. That's the way the energy feels. And it just felt like we weren't wanted. And it smelled like wet dog, right? Well, do you know the tribesmen or the witch doctors would wear like coats made out of wolves or stuff like that, so they would smell like wet dogs.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm talking about that other thing that my friend like hid and buried up there is because when I was telling her about it, she's like, oh, I buried something up there. I was like, no, that wasn't the energy I was feeling, darling, but thanks. I ain't going back up there now. I don't want to find a Dybbuk box. But I swear to you, it was a Wendigo type spirit, because it was just so, I've never felt something so negative with a native spirit ever. So it was just creepy. So, I mean, it didn't scare me, but I was just like, yeah, so that happened.
Right.
But I went up there again and not felt the same thing. So I guess I was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because I've never felt anything like that since. And I go up there sometimes and walk around still, and I don't feel anything now. But I did make it known that I had natives in my family tree, and then after that, I don't have no problems.
We was going to go investigate this house. We're always out trying to find places to investigate, and most of the time, 90% of the time, we get permission from the owners.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's this old house that Kenny and Austin had found, and we tried to find out who owned it and couldn't find out who owned it. And I'm like, well, wonder if they would care if we went up there and did an investigation. So we left notes. Nobody ever, called back or anything. So we started to go up there the other night and was going to do an investigation. And I told you that when I'm feeling out of place,
Mm-hmm.
that my senses tell me not to go.
Yeah, that's your
Because something
intuition.
happened. And I just had it real bad that night, not to go, not to go. Well, we didn't go. Austin goes back over there the next day. He comes back. He said, "You better thank God we didn't go to their house." And I
There's
said, "Why?"
squatters.
Yes. Yes. He said there was a guy come walking to the door and just stood there with his hands on his hip, and he was a big guy. I said, "See, knock on wood, we've never experienced, walking up on somebody in a house. I'd crap my pants if I did, because you
Mm-hmm.
never know what their intentions are, And I was just watching this one girl's channel the other day, and she was talking about how and I will not never go on an investigation by myself
It's not
for
gonna
that
happen.
very reason. She had went by herself to one of the cemeteries at dark. Well, she
Squatters.
ended up getting robbed by a bunch of dopeheads, and they took all her, you know, paranormal gear, and she's lucky that they didn't find the gun in her bag because they could have used it on her, you know. Luckily, they didn't see her bag because she had it pushed up underneath the chair, and I'm like, oh my God. See, I would pass out. I would panic so bad. That's why I carry a gun on me. I carry mace
I carry a taser.
and taser. And because I mean, God forbid, I would never want to have to hurt somebody, you know.
You know, you can make your own mace. You
Well, I got
use,
some been sitting in the windowsill for about a year now out of those ghost peppers.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can make your own out of like ghost peppers, and you can also put like
Yes, Elisa.
what'd she say?
Always hunt in packs.
Oh yeah. I mean, you never go alone.
Phoenix says, glad I heard about the native spirits. There is a cemetery 3 blocks away, and it's at least 75 to 100 years old.
Mhm.
I live in a mostly native town. Wow, where do you live, Phoenix?
I like your.
Yeah, apricot. That you know I'm talking about, Phoenix.
I like his username.
Well, then I
His
need not.
name.
And if you know Super Kai, you know what's going on with Super Kai and another YouTuber. It's
Mhm.
sad. It's really sad because honestly, everybody expected more from that person.
Oh
But
yeah.
I've had several people tell me, stay away, stay far away.
I'm really.
Yeah, it's good to carry anything of protection with you at all times.
Yeah. But
Glamorous Hall? Where's that
I'm
at,
gonna.
Phoenix? Glamorous Hall.
I'm gonna tell people if you guys have a TikTok, you can add me at Kel McFarlane. It's just at Kel McFarlane, MacFalane. And I do paranormal talks there, and you can also find me on Facebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say because it's getting pretty late. You know, it's 12:30 here in the
Oh
East
my
Coast.
God. Yeah, time flies when we're having fun, right? Phoenix lives in Oregon.
Oregon. I had a friend that lived in Oregon, but she moved to like Oklahoma.
Now, Oklahoma, I think is such a beautiful state.
It
Just from what I've
is.
seen on Joe Exotic's videos, I've got into watching Joe Exotic's. You know, he's got a thing on YouTube called Joe Exotic TV,
But
and I've been watching it. That's so sad what they did to that man.
have you seen like you need to watch the Ghost Adventures episode where he was at Joe Exotic's. Like it
Did
was
he go?
during the. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It was during one of
Alicia
the
says, I don't
pandemic.
want this to know.
Yeah.
Alicia, we'll do it again. We may do it again tomorrow night when I'm not out doing my investigations. This is something that we can start doing.
Yeah, and some of the
Phoenix.
people that said they couldn't make it for me want to know if you're going to put this on your YouTube channel because they want to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be on there as soon as we end the broadcast.
Okay, because they want to rewatch it. Almost 2 hours of stuff, but oh well. But like I said, you guys can add me.
Watch that yet. I want to watch that.
You guys can add me to TikTok, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram, just Kel McFarlane.
Yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Kel, what time you say?
Same time we did it tonight, 10.
Okay, yeah, because that way, if I go out to do an investigation tomorrow, guys, I'll be able to come home. Because when I have to edit my videos, sometimes it takes me 6 to 9 hours because you don't want to miss anything. And a lot of it you have to cut out where you didn't miss anything.
Maybe you can do a live investigation using this podcast, and I could do like remote viewing for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, Lisa, that'd be great. And if you guys don't care if you do go back and watch the video, please hit that like button because that thumbs up really matters a lot. And I work hard on my channel, and we wanted to thank all of you for coming tonight
Yes,
and
thank
spending your time
you.
with us. Very much appreciated.
And
And
I love doing readings because I don't mind doing these free reading sessions like this. But if you guys have any
so yeah,
questions, just leave the
it's been
comments.
fun. Yeah, maybe we can get some more in here tomorrow night. We'll just have us a little crowd in here, and maybe we can pull some people up on panel that wants to come up. I'd
And
like to
tell
get
their
to know each and every
experiences or
one of you.
something,
Yeah,
like our
that'd
friend
be
Zach
great.
did tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Elise. I appreciate that.
What'd she say? Because my comments are
Just
still on.
she said I liked and I subbed. I appreciate that.
Thank
Yeah, we hope to
you.
see you guys back tomorrow night. It's been fun. I really enjoyed it. Kel, she's got a big heart, and she's always 99% accurate on what she tells you.
I mean,
I've
sometimes
had
I
some
can hit
mind
and
blowing
miss.
stuff
I'm
with
not
her over the
perfect.
years.
I'm
Right.
not perfect, but no sensitive mediums like 100%. So,
But
do you have any
Phoenix,
questions?
Lisa,
Phoenix,
Southern Belle, who else was in here?
Sherry
Sherry,
from
and
Canada,
Zach.
Zach, yeah. So thank you
We
guys.
appreciate
We
all you
appreciate it.
guys here spending your time
Tell
with
your
us.
friends that might be interested in this, and we'll do it again. So
Great, Elisa. We want to have, like I said, we want to get to know all of you guys. Good night, Southern Belle. God bless you all, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night around 10.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, sis.
I love you.
Love you too.